true believers and newcomers alike. Spider-Man co-creator Stan Lee here. Once again, we find our hero Peter Parker, better known around the world as the Amazing Spider-Man, in a heap of trouble. But this is just the beginning, Spidey fans. So get ready for a true superhero action thriller, packed to the brim with thrills and chills, twists and turns, more supervillains than you can shake a web at, and of course, non-stop web-slinging, wall-crawling action.
You just can't ask for a better co-host than Stanley. Hello everyone, you're watching the very first edition of Throwback Thursday. Today we're going to be going through Spider-Man, which came out in 2000 on the ps1 and n64. This review fits, I think, because the Avengers just came out, it's extraordinarily popular, and the new Spider-Man movie. Off the bat, I'm going to thank Aaron Wysocki, because he's a very huge supporter of this idea and encouraged me to do it. First of all, I'm Brandon. You're listening to TYT Gaming, or The Brandon Show, and the voice of the speech of the speechless, and the guitar of the guitarless. Again, these openings make no sense, but let's keep going. I'm on a roll. As you saw in the opening, Spider-Man has been framed during a Doc Ock conference, and he must escape New York City, as you're seeing right now. And he has to unravel the mystery. As you can assume, Doc Ock is behind this, of course, by pretending to be a good guy publicly, and he uses his influence to influence the police to attack him. Now, I'm going to go about this because I am a nerd about this, but I like talking about narration video games a lot. It's what I do. This game is well done for children and comic book fans. The old faces are here if you're a Spider-Man fan. Hardcore Marvel fans will enjoy all the inside references and the comic book token collecting which occurs in this game. Of course, as you can see, the graphics are horribly outdated. It's a 12-year-old game, and the controls aren't as smooth as I would have liked. However, voice acting is superior to any Spider-Man you bring up today. The only exception might be Ultimate Spider-Man, which came out a few years ago, but almost any other Spider-Man game released in this decade, it gets demolished by this game. It is so well done. One thing you have to commend this game for as well is its creativity. Most of this game, I argue, probably could have gone in a comic book itself, and particularly the creative use of the game's ending. I won't spoil it for the 3 people who might actually walk out and buy this game because of my review, but I would fail my viewers if I didn't mention What If mode. Upon beating this game, I highly encourage anyone and everyone to play this mode. What If mode is like an inside reference to everything in the Marvel universe. Every cutscene, it's redone. It has crazy references. For some reason, they're really obsessed with bananas. I don't understand, but it's really fun. It warrants itself another playthrough just for the What If mode itself, and also with a lot of extra Marvel villains and superheroes in What If mode. Google how to do What If mode. I think it's a cheat code or whatever. It's really fun as replay, and more games I think need this mode. Games have to stop taking themselves so seriously if you're doing a comic book video game. Imagine if games did a complete comedy mode. How much you would love it. Anyway, now let's just go right to what we're all watching. Of course, you just saw Scorpion and I are watching Rhino. Let's talk about gameplay. I have to admit, even as a fan of this game, it wasn't really deep. It's mostly a beat-em-up action game, and it's an adventure, you know. But there's not many levels to this. I mean levels in gameplay, not sort. I should rephrase that. When I say levels, I mean levels of action. It's only circle, circle, square, square. I'm playing this on the PS1, by the way, which only has What If mode. I should have mentioned that earlier. But anyway, what I will note this game for is its use of space. The use of space in this game is so well done, because Spider-Man, as you know, everyone knows the Spider-Man story, he's not a one-dimensional character. He can crawl on the wall, he can jump to the ceiling. All these aspects add an extra layer that you never really saw in the year 2000. Of course, many Spider-Man games have improved upon the shortcomings of the game. For example, you can't really swing around New York City in this game on a street level. But I will admit, for 2000, it was really fun to swing on magical clouds. That sounds like a drug reference, but it wasn't. Just throwing that out there. One of my last points I'll make is, I want to give a shout out to Tommy Tallarico. I talk about Canadians doing it big. He was on Reviews on the Run. I'm not sure he's Canadian, probably isn't. But he had a hand in designing this music. In every way, it defines the comic book hero I grew up watching as a child on my TV on Saturday mornings. Now here's my question for everyone as I let Venom take it away. What's the best Spider-Man game ever? Put it in the comments. And give me an idea. What's the next Throwback Thursday? As always, everyone, rate, comment, subscribe. You watched the first Throwback Thursday. First in a legend to come. Venom, take it away.
Big rotten apple here, people.
Sad thing is, he'll probably get his own talk show for this.
So we've got this beautiful redhead. You know her. She's one of those famous bimbos. We have decided that this poor little lassie has 24 hours to live. 24 hours! Oh, by the way, her name is Mary Jane Parker.
No, Mary Jane.
So, just in case someone, I don't know who it could be, if any of you type-wearing freaks out there want to save little Miss Fashion Model, then bring it on! Meanwhile, New Yorkers, the Venom Marathon will continue!